I was there most of the game. I left in the middle of the fourth. I asked Linda, sitting in Bill's box, could I leave now? Is it safe? So it was. It was a great. I love watching that team play. I was telling our guys that today. It's just really awesome watching them, how they execute, how professional they are. Every time I go to a Patriots game, I get so much out of it. I got to sit in their offensive game plan meetings before they went out on the field, and it's just really cool. It's a neat atmosphere. You can't be in around it enough. You really can't.
Doc, what about the guys?
What can you learn from someone like Bill?
Well, to me, their execution and how serious and how they prepare for it. I mean, obviously, it's different. They have one game to prepare for a week, so it does make a big difference. When we have 5 in a week and 4 in a week, it's a little harder to do. But just everybody knows their job and they do their job, and it's just really neat. It's football in general. I always say that, but then this football in general does, and then the Patriots to me do it on a different level. It's just fun to be around.
And the start to finish execution.
Yeah, just the execution. I mean, listening without saying what they were saying, listening what they said they wanted to do on offense before the game, and then watching them actually do it was pretty impressive.
Take that to your team, how do you start fast and finish fast?
Yeah, and listen. that would be the first part.
What do you and Bill share on the sideline?
Oh, nothing. We just talk. I ain't going to say what we talked about, but,
right.
I try to stay out of the way. I'm really uncomfortable in that setting because I know before a game for me, but football is a little different. They've already kind of done their stuff, and so they're watching. But it's really cool to watch.
Doc, what's your relationship with Bill? What's your relationship with Bill like?
Oh, it's very good, very good. We talk. I go to things. He comes to our stuff at times, and watches. Comes in the locker room. So it's a very, very, very good relationship.
What's your challenges of playing the Dallas Mavericks?
Well, O.J. Mayo right now. O.J. Mayo's playing off the charts. He's shooting about 50 from the three. What's impressive with him, they're running a lot of ISOs, and he's guarded taking threes. That's scary when you say a guy is guarded taking threes and he's making over 50% of them. And he's really their caliber. So Cademan's playing well. Vince Carter has clearly went to the hot tub time machine. I mean, he's playing terrific. He's dunking, he's jumping. So Rick's doing a heck of a job with that team. Having their Dirk out and playing the way they play is pretty impressive.
Would you rather have Dirk? And I know sometimes guys say, well, if the big player is not there, everybody seems to lack.
No, I don't think. I hope we don't do that. Listen, I love the competition, but on one end you always like to beat whoever they are at their best. The other end is not bad having guys out either. So the bottom line is we can't worry about that part of it. I don't focus on that at all. I focus on our guys, and we have to be ready to play. Jump in.
Sorry.
Come on, you just
Sorry, knowing how I didn't anticipate it, when you get finished. Knowing how competitive Jason is that more importance to him, do you think?
Well, I'm sure it does. I mean, and it probably will for OJ because he's the new guy for them. That's just human nature. What you don't want to make it is bigger than life competition. Even last night again on football, I thought the difference in that game was the Patriots came to play. The other team thought it was the biggest game of their franchise. I don't know what that is. That's too big. I don't know that, but I know that's too big. That's a big game, and you don't want that. But I'm sure JT will have some stuff. He loved it there, but now it's his old team, and you know how that goes.
Has he given you any insight about kind of what they do since you're so familiar?
Not yet, but we will. We'll interrogate him at some point, probably today or tomorrow morning. But they are different, though. Without Dirk, and they have so many different pieces. They're not running a lot of the stuff that they ran with JT.
What'd you focus on today?
A lot of stuff. First of all, getting our wind back, running up and down the floor. But a lot of different sets with Rondo, giving it, coming back to it offensively. And then defensively, we're just still trying to get better and better at our pick and roll coverage.
Doc, you added more stuff into that? Because you mentioned he simplified it. Are you back to maybe adding
No,
stuff in?
not much. But, we are taking some different rotations now because we've gotten to one part, which is nice.
Doc, how do you gauge giving the guys a couple of days off versus keeping them in a good rhythm?
There's no science to it. Sometimes I guess right and sometimes I guess wrong would be mine. We brought some of them in the gym yesterday. So they ran and did things. And I think even though some had to come, everyone came. Now, everyone didn't do the stuff we were doing with the other guys, but I know at some point or another, yesterday, every single player was in the gym. So that's another reason you do it, because the guys, you tell that they have it all for sure. You're pretty sure they're coming anyway.
Doc, is this process where you thought it would be at this point?
You know, I don't know. Don't know the answer. We're getting better. I never have a time on it because I don't know what the time's going to be. Some groups get it like that. Some take all year. Some the momentum slowly rolls. I think right now that's who we are. But we haven't had a stretch this year where we've put anything together, and we need to do that at some point.
Your defensive numbers are really